How can you be covering the NBA that long? You're only like 33 years old.
Exactly. I started as a child. No, I started in college because what I got to do as I went to Northwestern, and I was a stringer for the Washington Post, and I got to cover the 90s Bulls as a 19 and 20-year-old and just kept going since. So it's been a pretty great ride.
You and Mike Unstandard.
Three quarters, rough.
Maybe in his worst half ever as a pro offensively.
Yes.
But I do think they're in a weird spot. They could get to a 2 seed. They could also fall to a play-in game. Yeah, it is. For the record, Jared Vanderbilt didn't have to score last night. He's still wildly valuable because like Jared Vanderbilt is committing them.
Huge.
Which, by the way, shows you a maturity which is beyond the years of a team. They're a smart basketball team. When you talk to people in the league, because I have questions about their young players in road playoff environments.
That's going to determine if they get to the finals and can really make it on that stage.
So when Adam Silver showed up on the show, and I really I could do Adam once a week. I think he's so smart. Yeah, I can score on your defense. And your defense is unbelievable. He's averaged 37 a game, shooting 60% from the floor in the last 3 games. So, and it's interesting about the playoffs.
And his salary and his no trade clause and the lack of flexibility to build the roster around KD and Book the way they need to be built. And Bradley Beal is a great guy, and he is a good basketball player. I think his skill has been sort of shaded by all the contract stuff around him.
Yeah.
He is a good basketball player. He does not fit with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker.
It doesn't work.
Phoenix is messaging him right now, we are not playing you. At some point, Bradley Beal wants to play basketball.
Sure.
And so he is going to look around a little more than he has the past couple years and say...
Being on the East Coast, you remember a lot of it because I was a West Coast kid and loved the Big East. Pac-10 basketball, didn't care. I was a Big East.
But Me too, Georgetown, D.C. girl.
Yeah, so basically, if you're under 35 years old, you don't remember what college can name the first 8 players drafted. The NBA... Do you think the NBA, and it's kind of a theoretical question, but
Sure.
I think it's so fascinating because he is so good.
Players, you'd be able to know who they were more, and they would be delivered to the NBA as more developed products. I am in the minority. I am the only one I hear saying raise the age limit and trades and all of the other things, that the only really viable way to start from scratch and rethink your team is to tank. And in fact, Matt Ishbia, the owner of the Phoenix Suns, just gave a really good interview. And he talked about, hey, we are never going to do that here. We are never going to clear the decks and tank. We want to win every year. We are going to try to win every year. And that's great. And fans applauded it. Everyone around the league in every front office you talk to, guys were sort of sending me quotes from that article. Ha, 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 new owner syndrome. He doesn't get it yet. Creating this problem because owners want to stop themselves from overspending. And then it's not fair over there. It's not fair that way. It's not fair that way. It's not the league office's fault. I think the ownership has to take a look at itself in the mirror.
Dynasties, UConn women's and men's basketball, they're not the worst thing.
No, they're popular. Dynasties sell. Casual fans get invested in them. But it's not
been under that contract.
The salary cap blew up in a big bubble the way it's not going to this time around. They're going to dismiss David Robinson, Tim Duncan. But I do think that they have gotten themselves into this pickle more, where it is the only route now. And that is creating an issue for fans who want to watch good basketball and getting ready for a championship run. But there aren't that many of those games right now, Colin. There are the games the other way around a lot of the time.
All right. Almost professorial. Just you should have grabbed a dais, sat up there, and told the league how it works. All getting smarter. Rachel Nichols. Great seeing you as always.
Thank you so much, Colin.
Live in L.A., it's The Herd.